Welcome to Prime Sports with me, Daniel Kranting, and the Communications Director of Accra Heart of Oak, Kwame Opare-Addo, says the club is working around the clock to resolve their issues with New Edubiase United over the $70,000 transfer saga. The Phobians have been handed a transfer ban in relation to the issue with the Division 1 league side after they missed the final deadline to comply with a directive to pay $70,000 to Edubiase. The payment stems from a decision by the GFA Players Status Committee, which directed Hearts of Oak to pay New Edubiase United $50,000 as outstanding balance on the transfer of Salim Adams, plus an additional $20,000 representing 40% of the onward transfer fee. Speaking on Asempa FM earlier today, Opare-Addo confirmed the GFA's ruling while revealing that the club is working to get the issue resolved.
An issue that is being resolved, and I can say that when it is eventually resolved, even New Edubiase themselves will testify to it that it is resolved. So it is an issue that is being resolved. The two parties are in constant touch to make sure that it is fully resolved. It's a decision from the FA, so you must respect it, and then also deal with the club as well. There's constant communication between Hearts of Oak and New Edubiase. That is why I said that it is being resolved.
Now Ghana joined the global community to celebrate the International Olympic Day, a day dedicated to promoting fitness, friendship and fair play. The Ghana Olympic Committee, in collaboration with the National Sports Authority, marked the occasion with a vibrant series of events in Accra. There's more in this report.
From the early hours of the morning, hundreds gathered in Accra, dressed in an Olympic-themed T-shirts. The celebration began with a symbolic Olympic Day walk starting from the Kwame Nkrumah Mausoleum through to the Osu Castle and back to the Accra Sports Stadium, drawing athletes, students and sports enthusiasts from all walks of life. The energy was on a high with aerobic sections that got both the young and old moving. It wasn't just about exercise, it was about unity, inspiration and inclusion, which are the core values of the Olympic movement. The Ghana Olympic Committee president explained the importance of marking the celebration.
Oh, it's an important day for the Olympic movement because we are celebrating Olympic Day. It's a global event for all countries. So it's important for us to let the people of Ghana, especially the young people, know about the Olympic movement and what it stands for. So it's a very important day for us.
So the Olympic movement was formed on the 23rd of June 1824. So for us to commemorate is just to give the spirit of Olympism, which commemorates the respect, the activity in sports, bringing people to know what sports is about, friendship and respect.
Youth engagement was a major focus. Attendees had the opportunity to interact with national athletes, fostering inspiration and future dreams. The National Sports Authority Director General, Yao Ampofu Ankra, reiterated his role in the commemoration of the day.
Excellence, friendship, respect, and these are core values not only in sport but across life. So the National Sports Authority, we deal with 54 federations and beyond, locally and globally. So the tenets of the Olympic Day is very important, and it helps us to also execute our mandate, and it's natural that we're here to show solidarity not just with the Ghana Olympic Committee but all the sports federations and associations. So it's very vital that we show our presence with all the executives and members here.
As the event wrapped up, the message was clear. The Olympic spirit is alive in Ghana. The Ghana Olympic Committee was satisfied with the turnout for the celebration.
Very satisfied because over the last couple of years, we haven't had this event for some time now. So it's something new that this administration is bringing back. And so we are happy with the first attempt because we came into office only beginning of May. So and this is already something we are doing. So next year will be bigger and better so that we'll get more people involved in what Olympic movement stands for.
Throughout the walk, the Ghana Supporters Union were with the participants, trailing them with a musical interlude.
Let's do some tennis news now, where over 500 young players and Ghanaian tennis coaches took part in a high-impact training session in Accra for the A10 Africa Tennis Foundation Clinic. My colleague Razak Musba was there and reports.
Tennis is gaining real momentum in Ghana, with more and more young people showing interest in the sport. Inspired by global legends like Arthur Ashe, Althea Gibson, Serena Williams, and Katrina Adams, and more recently by the success of Ghanaian-Italian Jasmine Paolini at the Italian Open and Coco Gauff at Roland Garros, young Ghanaian players are dreaming bigger. To help fuel that passion and support the sport's growth, the African Tennis Foundation, in partnership with the Ghana Tennis Federation, held a two-day development clinic in Accra. Former pros Katrina Adams and Roger Smith, along with some experts, led the sessions, working with a group of carefully selected coaches and junior players. The coaches were trained in modern, high-performance techniques, while the players received practical tips on how to improve their game both physically and mentally.
And that sports is really about leadership. I think they've learnt how they can improve their own leadership styles, how they can connect more with the children. And so I think, in the children's question and answer session on the second day has been also just amazing to see these bright children with, really wanting to improve on their game. And and it was great, the wisdom that Katrina and Roger shared.
20-time WTA doubles champion and former Wimbledon semi-finalist Katrina Adams urged the young athletes to make the most of the opportunity.
It's been a pleasure. I mean, hopefully, with me and Roger Smith being here, that these kids have really learned some things, building their confidence, knowing that there's an opportunity for them to develop as tennis players, here in Ghana, to compete, not only here but abroad. The talent that they have is really special. A lot of these kids are, they learn visually. They've been able to come into some of the programs here and really develop more. They've got coaches here that really care about them. More importantly, we've been able to really work with the coaches and elevate their skills and their thought process and how they can work with these players, and that's what we wanted to leave behind.
On his part, Roger Smith, who is a top Caribbean player and Olympian for the Bahamas, called for more support to be given to local coaches who are shaping the next generation.
If you want to get the coaches to fully commit to development and increase their education of development, they're going to need some help. That's the number one thing I got from the coaches. They need help. They're doing it on their own right now, and they're doing a hell of a job. So if there's any way for them to get some kind of some money to help them along the way. And the money, remember, to the coaches goes anyway to the kids. So it's like giving it to the kids because they really need that mentorship and that coaching.
The over 500 participants were full of praise for the African Tennis Foundation, saying the experience was eye-opening and they hope to see more programs like it in the future.
Previously, we know that we only focus on just the development of the kids, but this program has come to really open up, the horizon to sort of like develop ourselves as coaches.
I've gotten to know different stuff about tennis, more information, and I would love to have this again.
The event wrapped up with friendly match play and reflections from players and coaches, all energized for what lies ahead in Ghana's tennis journey.
That's all for Prime Sports with me, Daniel Cranting. Thanks for your time.